season replays, fantasy drafts, ultimate creative leagues, and what if tournament. It's Coffee Cup Games with the coach, DKM. Hey, this is Coach DK with Coffee Cup Games. Hope you guys are having a good one. We are doing another perfect game challenge. This is the challenge where we try to see if a pitcher can get a perfect game or at least a no-hitter. We tried it with Pedro Martinez from 1999, and we tried it with Nolan Ryan from 1973. And unfortunately, in both of those challenges, we were not able to achieve our goal of a perfect game or a no-hitter. But in this episode, we're going back in time and we're going to be using one of the greatest pitchers ever, Cy Young. Cy Young ended up playing 22 seasons. He started in the National League where he played 9 seasons for the Cleveland Spiders. Then he went to the St. Louis Cardinals for 2 seasons. He then went to the American League where he had probably his best years, where he played for the Boston Americans, who eventually became known as the Boston Red Sox, where he played for 8 seasons. Toward the end of his career, he went to the Cleveland Naps for a year and a half and then finished off that last half of his season in 1911 with the Boston Rustlers. Cy Young had several seasons that were absolutely epic, but one of the seasons that we're going to be looking at and that we're going to be using for this perfect game challenge was when he played for the Boston Americans in 1901. He had a 33-10 record. He started 41 games and he completed 38 of them. He had a 1.62 ERA. He struck out 158 and he had a mind-blowing 0.972 whip.
Oh my God, that is amazing!
In this episode, we are going to give ourselves 5 chances. That's right, 5 chances to achieve a perfect game or a possible no-hitter. We're going to be going against the worst players in 1901 by position, and we're going to go ahead and see if Cy Young can achieve a perfect game or a no-hitter. So now let's check out the lineup and the roster for the team that we're calling the Dum-Dums, which are the worst hitting players by position from 1901. Here's the lineup and the roster for the 1901 Dum-Dums. Leading off is Chicago Orphans third baseman, Fred Raymer. Batting second is Phil Gayer, the Athletics right fielder. Jim Jackson, the left fielder from the Orioles, is batting third, and in the cleanup spot is going to be New York Giants first baseman, John Gansel. Frank Murphy, the center fielder from the Americans, is batting fifth. Bones Eli, the Pirates shortstop, is batting sixth, and Bill Holman, the Phillies second baseman, is going to be batting seventh. Bill Bergen, the Cincinnati Reds catcher, is going to be batting eighth, and on the mound will be Bill Phillips, also of the Cincinnati Reds. So there's the lineups and the roster for the 1901 Dum-Dums. Now let's see if Cy Young can achieve a no-hitter or even better, a perfect game in our perfect game challenge. But before we jump into the action, I'm going to ask you guys, do me a quick favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, trying to get to 200 subscribers, and lastly, leave any questions, comments, or snide remarks in the comment section down below. And with that being said, now let's jump into attempt 1 of our perfect game challenge using Cy Young from 1901. And we are at Huntington Avenue grounds in Boston. Cy Young on the mound for our first attempt at a perfect game or at least a no-hitter. Raymer is up. He hit .233, the third baseman. Going against Cy Young, here's the very first pitch, and it's going to need a 1 for a home run. It is a 2, so this is going to go all the way back to the wall. Give me that! And this one is not going to make it as Stahl goes all the way back right at the wall and brings this one in, 1 down. Here is Gayer. The right fielder hit .224. The left-handed hitter is going to be going against Cy Young, and he's going to have a ground ball to Ferris at second. That's going to be 2 down, and now Jackson's up. He needs a 1-5, and it's going to be a 17, so it will be a line out instead of a single, and we get out of the first inning with 2 possible scares. Top of the second, Cy Young going against Gansel, the first baseman, who had .215 with 2 home runs back in 1901, and he's going to hit a ground ball to Collins at third. That's going to be 1 down, and now Murphy's up. He had .219. He's going to pop this one up. Collins calls everyone off at third base, and that's going to be 2 down, and now Bones Eli, the shortstop, who had .212, is going to be up, and here's the pitch, and it's going to be a strikeout. His first strikeout of the game, and we get through the second inning. Top of the third, we are winning this one 2-0, but we do not watch the offenses. All we care about is Cy Young's performance on the mound. He's going against Hallman, the second baseman, who hit 185. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a line ball right to Freeman at first, 1 down, and now Bergen, the catcher's up at 179, and he's going to be strikeout. Second strikeout for Cy Young, and now the pitcher is up, Bill Phillips. He is going to hit a ground ball to Parent at short, who has to make a play, and he will. That's going to end the inning 1, 2, 3. We are through 3 innings, and Cy Young is yet to allow a runner on base. Top of the 4th, Raymer is up. The third baseman flew out earlier in the first. He had 233. Here's the pitch, and he's going to be strikeout. Another strikeout for Cy Young, and now Gayer is up. The right fielder hit 224. He's going to need a 1-2 for a double. This one is going to be a 7, so it's going to be a fly out to center field.
Denied.
Another 20 die roll comes in our favor, and that's going to be 2 down. And now Jackson is up. He hit 250, the best hitter on the team, and he's going to hit a line ball right at Ferris for the 3rd out. So we get through 4 innings and still have not allowed a runner on base. Top of the 5th, Ganzel's up. He had 215. He grounded out back in the 2nd inning. Here's the pitch, and he's going to fly ball opposite field. Hemphill is able to pull this one in, doesn't have to move very far, and that's going to be 1 down. And now Murphy's up the center fielder. He popped out the 3rd back in the early innings, and he needs a 1-2 for a triple. It's going to be an 11, so that is going to be the 2nd out. So again, we are rolling the die, and we are getting fortunate. Now Bones Eli, the shortstop's up. He hit 212 in 1901. He struck out back in the 2nd inning. Here's the pitch by Cy Young. He's going to have Eli hit a ground ball to Freeman, who's a horrible first baseman, does not have good range, and is going to get through as our defense lets us down. And our first attempt for a perfect game and a no-hitter has been denied. Here's our 2nd attempt at our perfect game challenge, trying to get a no-hitter or a perfect game using the 1901 Cy Young. We are at Huntington Avenue grounds. It is a bad day, which means it's a 1-5 ballpark effects for a single and a 1-20 for home runs, as obviously Huntington Avenue grounds allowed a lot of home runs during that season. Here is Raymer, the third baseman. He had 233. Here's the first pitch. He's going to hit a ground ball to Parent, who routinely scoops this one in a short and throws him out at first easily for 1 down. Here is Phil Gayer, the right fielder, who had 224. He's going to be strikeout. A strikeout by Cy Young, and now Jackson, the left fielder, is up. He had 250, and he's going to pop this one up. The first baseman, Buck Freeman, gets to the end of the infield and pulls this one in easily for a 1-2-3 inning. Top of the 2nd, Cy Young on the mound. Ganzel's up. The first baseman had 2 home runs and hit 215. He's going to be strikeout. A strikeout by Cy Young, and that's going to bring up Murphy, the center fielder, who had 219. Here's the pitch, and another strikeout by Cy Young. 2 down, and now here's Bones Eli, the shortstop, who had 212. He's going to be strikeout. Cy Young strikes out the side in the 2nd inning.
Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player.
Top of the 3rd, Hallman, the second baseman's up. He hit 185. Here's the pitch, and he's going to hit a line ball to Freeman at first. That's going to be 1 down. Column 1 for the hitter was actually very good, but we got a good die roll there, and he is going to be out. Bergen now, the catcher, is up. He hit 179. He needs a 1-12. The worst hitter on the team is going to hit a single up the middle, and that is going to end our perfect game challenge. And we are ready for our 3rd attempt at a perfect game challenge. 1901 Cy Young on the mound going against Raymer, the third baseman. And he's going to hit a ground ball to Ferris the second. That's going to be 1 down. And now Gayer's up, the right fielder, who at 224, hitting left-handed, is going to hit a ground ball to Ferris, who's got very good range, and he needs to make a play, and he will. So that's going to be 2 down. And now Jackson, the left fielder, is up, who at 250 with 2 home runs. The best hitter on the team is going to pop this one up. Freeman able to pull this one in at first, and that's going to be a quick 1-2-3 inning. Top of the 2nd, Cy Young going against Ganzel, the first baseman. He is going to hit a fly ball opposite field to Hemphill and right, and that is going to be easily pulled in. That's going to be 1 down, and now Murphy's up, the center fielder. He hit 219. He's going to hit a fly ball to Stahl in center field, who does not have very good range, and he could not get to it.
Boo, you suck!
as our defense lets us down again, and our perfect game and no-hitter will not be achieved in this attempt. Another attempt by Cy Young for a perfect game or a no-hitter. Cy Young, obviously one of the greatest pitchers in Major League Baseball history. We're using his best season, 1901, and he's going against the worst players by position from that season, who we are calling the Dum-Dums. Raymer, the third baseman, is going to be leading it off. Here's the first pitch, and it's going to be a ground ball to Ferris at second. Easily able to scoop that one up, throw it to first for an easy out, number one, and now Gare is up. Gare is going to pop this one up to Freeman at first, so the right fielder is going to make out number two, and now Jackson, the left fielder, is up, and he needs a 1-18 for a single, but it's going to be a 19. And so the 20 die roll is in our favor, and we escape that one, and it's going to be a quick 1-2-3 inning. Top of the second, Ganzel, the first baseman's up. He had 215. He's going to pop this one up to Jimmy Collins at third base. That's going to be one down. And now Murphy, the center fielder's up. He had 219. He's going to ground ball to Collins, who's got very good range. Not the best glove, but he is able to make a great play here. And that's going to be two down. And now Bones Eli, the shortstop's up. And he's going to hit a fly ball as he pulls this one into left field. That Dowd is able to easily pull in. So that is a quick 1-2-3 inning. Top of the third, Hallman, the second baseman's uphill at 185. He needs a 1-2 for a triple. The rest is a flyout, and it's going to be an 18. So Stahl able to help us out there and get that one. That's going to be one down, and now the catcher, Bergen, is up. Bergen's going to hit a fly ball, easily taken in by Stahl in center. So that's going to be two down, and Stahl with back-to-back putouts. And now the pitcher, Phillips, is up, and Phillips is going to hit a fly ball into left field. Dowd comes in a little bit into shallow left, and that's going to be pulled in. So three up and three down in the third. Top of the fourth, Raymer, the leadoff man's up. He ground out earlier in the first inning, and he's going to hit a ground ball to Ferris, who's got very, very good range. Whoopsies! But Ferris not able to pull this one in as his glove lets him down. So Raymer is going to be on first on the air. So the perfect game is out of the question. But we still have a chance for a no-hitter. Gare is up. The right fielder hit 224. He popped out back in the first. They're going to try to steal. We're just going to let him take that base easily. And now Gare again up the bat with a runner in second. He's going to draw a walk. So runners on first and second with no outs. And Jackson, the left fielder, is up. And Jackson's going to rip a single as things fell apart in the fourth inning as we allowed a player on with an error, a walk, and then eventually a hit. Here we are, our final attempt for Cy Young from 1901 to get a perfect game or a no-hitter in our perfect game challenge. Raymer, the third baseman, is up. He is going to hit a ground ball to Parent at short, and Parent has to make a play. He will, so that's going to be one down, and now Geyer, the right fielder, is up, and he's going to line ball right at Ferris, who does not have to move. That's going to be two down, and now Jackson is up, and Jackson with a strikeout to end the inning, and that's going to be three up and three down in the first. Top of the second, Cy Young going against Ganzel, the first baseman, who had 215, and he's going to line ball right at Jimmy Collins. That's going to be one down, and now Murphy is up the bat. The center fielder is going to be strikeout. Another strikeout for Cy Young is second so far, and Bones Eli, the shortstop, is up, and he's going to line ball right at Ferris. That's going to be 1-2-3. Top of the third, a whopping 6-0 game by Boston's destroying the Dum-Dums. But we're not watching the offense. Here's Hallman, the second baseman. He's going to hit a ground ball to Parent at short. That's going to be one down. And now Bergen, the catcher, is up, and Bergen's going to be hit by a pitch. So no perfect game in this one. And now Jack Dunn is up, who came in for relief as Phillips got destroyed. So here's the pitcher, and they are going to bring in a pinch hitter as another Bill Hallman comes into the game. He hit 246. Here's the pitch, and he's going to hit a ground ball to Collins at third. He's going to take the fielder's choice at second. They are not able to turn the double play. So Hallman's on first, two down, and now the leadoff man, Fred Raymer's up. That's going to be a pass ball as Schreckengoss is not able to pull that one in, allowing Hallman to take second. Now with a runner in scoring position, here's Raymer. He's going to hit a line ball right at Jimmy Collins for the third out. So we do not have the perfect game, but we still have a chance for a no-hitter. Top of the fourth, Cy Young now going against Garrett. The right fielder hit 224. And here's the pitch. He's going to ground ball to Ferris. He's got very good range, but he has a bad glove, and he's going to juggle this one. Not able to pick it up cleanly, and Gare beats the throw as he is on first on the air. And now Jackson is up, and Jackson needs a 1-5 for a single. The rest of the lineup is going to be a 16, so it will be a lineup right to shortstop Parent. And that's going to be one down. And now Ganzel, the first baseman, is up. He's going to hit a ground ball to Collins, who throws to the Ferris to second. He's going to then spin and throw it over to Buck Freeman at first for a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. Top of the fifth. So far, Cy Young has not allowed any hits. He's going against Murphy, the center fielder, who hit 219. He's going to hit a ground ball to Parent. That's going to be easily scooped. Thrown over to first, and that's going to be one down. And now Eli, the shortstop's up, and he's going to hit a line ball right at Jimmy Collins. That's going to be two down. And now Bill Hallman, the second baseman's up. He's going to hit a line ball right to short. So that is going to be a very quick 1-2-3 inning for Cy Young. Top of the sixth inning, Cy Young still on the mound. He's going against the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Bergen, the catcher, at 179. He's going to hit a ground ball to Ferris at second. That's going to be a routine ground out, one down. And now McNeil, the relief pitcher, has come in. He's going to be pinch hit by Doyle. So Jack Doyle comes to bat. Jack Doyle hit 232 back in 1901, and he's going to hit a ground ball to Parent. That's going to be two down. And now Raymer, the leadoff man, he's grounded out and fouled out. He's going to hit a fly ball to Stahl in center field, who has horrible range. Can he get there? He cannot. It's going to be a triple. So defense, again, fails us as we are not able to achieve a perfect game and are not able to achieve a no-hitter. Well, we gave ourselves 5 chances in this perfect game challenge, hoping that that might help with Cy Young from 1901 get the perfect game challenge by getting a perfect game or at least a no-hitter. Unfortunately, it did not come to fruition, as many times our defense from our 1901 Boston Americans was our downfall. So in 5 attempts, Cy Young was not able to achieve the perfect game challenge. Obviously, we've done Pedro Martinez, we've done Nolan Ryan, and now we've just done Cy Young, and in all 3, we were not successful. Hope you guys are enjoying this little series that I'm doing. Until next time, this is Coach DK. Have a good one. Bye.